Dude, are you recording me? Dude, I told you I didn't want to do any more Reddit videos. Is that a gun? Entitled mom allows her kid to kick me because I have a kid, so you should have moved. So a little background before this story. I like to go to sprint car races every weekend, and yesterday was the last race of the year. The drivers were racing for a championship. I got there over an hour early by public transportation since I can't drive. I claimed some really good seats and then bought myself some food. The first 2 hours were going great until the intermission before the main race, when the entitled mom and her kid sit behind me. It was fine until the kid started kicking me. EM, entitled mom, K, kid, SG, security guard, and me. Hey, could you please get your kid to stop kicking me? No, because I have a kid, so you should have moved so I can have more room. Hey kid, can you please stop kicking me? Listen to my mom! If you have a problem, get a security guard. Okay. I then went and found a security guard and explained the situation and got him to come up. Was this kid kicking the guy in front of you? No, my little angel would never kick anybody. So then why is there a footprint the exact size and shape as your kid's? He put dust on his shirt in the same shape as my kid's shoe, the liar. See that camera behind you? I'll go review the footage and see who's lying, because track policy is if you lie to an official, you get kicked out of the track for safety reasons. SG then left to review the footage. Why did you get a security guard? You said that if I had a problem to get a security guard. At this point, the security guard returns. From the footage, I saw the kid kicking him, so you guys will be kicked out for breaking track policy. EM and K left in a huff, and I got to peacefully watch the final race. Hey, can you stop that? If you don't like it, then go get a security guard. Gets a security guard. In the comments of this post, user Drake Scald Reaper commented, he put dust on his shirt in the same shape as my kid's shoe. If I was the security guard, I'd be like, holy shit, he's some artist, even including the grip pattern and everything. Don't tell me I can't backhand my kid. Aye, you know the spill. I'm on mobile, so please forgive small grammatical errors. Me, Major Eugene, EM, abusive mother, PK, poor kid. So I work at a certain theme park in the United States that seems to draw a lot of people from around the world. This was late July, so I still had the position of host, which is rock bottom, important for later. Which means my job in the park was always changing from lifeguard to simple maintenance technician. Anyways, on to the story. It was a busy day at my place of employment, so I got moved from lifeguard to cashier in the rental area. Everything was going smoothly. The manager on duty gave me some basic knowledge of how to do what I was responsible for while I was at the rental department, and everything was fine until about 20 minutes before I was supposed to clock out for the day. Enter EM and PK. PK looked to be pretty young, I suppose 5 to 7 years old, and because of his age, he was very energetic and excited. Understandable, he was at a theme park after all. The EM rented a stroller and locker access for the day, so I was giving her the information and telling her what damage she was and wasn't responsible for. While I was doing this, however, PK kept getting more and more energetic and was messing with the cue ropes, so I asked him in a soft tone if he could stop, which he obeyed quickly, so I thought the matter was solved. Until the EM looked at PK and said, "You are embarrassing mommy in front of the employees! I told you to stay still!" She then proceeded to backhand PK across the face. I don't recall saying or making any noise other than a muffled sound of shock. Then the EM spun around to me, after hearing me gasp I suppose, and yelled, "Don't judge my parenting!" Me seeing her slap her kid, I pressed the panic button under the desk, which notified the manager on duty that I needed help with a customer. As a host, you can't call security on anything non-life-threatening without an elite or crew leader, promotion above me. The manager came immediately and saw the EM yelling and the PK crying and at a raised tone asked what the problem was. The EM claimed I judged her parenting, which where I work is an offense to judge a person on their personal belief or tradition. The manager then pulled me aside and asked what happened. I then told my side, and after seeing the camera footage for my register, he called security and went to confront the EM, all the while I was still slack-jawed about what just happened. About 5 minutes later, security came and told her what was the problem, and escorted her to the Human Resources office, where stuff like this is handled for the privacy of others. I do believe the PK got a voucher for a free ticket because I saw him the next day with a man. Assumed it was his father, perhaps. I then went home and told my mother about the wild day I just had. Teal Deer, EM backhands her kid and then gets upset when I act surprised. Also, please do tell me about grammar and other issues so I can get them fixed, as this is my first post. I used to work at a Walmart, and while employed there, they made one rule clear as they could to us. If you see someone stealing, if you see someone abusing someone, if you see someone abusing a child even, you are not to get involved. You are not even supposed to call the police. You have to get a manager to call the police for you. Now, it's been quite a while, and this may have just been my backwards small town store, but they made sure we were aware of this policy they had. Luckily, nothing ever happened, but if this entitled parent was in my Walmart when I worked there and she slapped her kid, I would have to react the exact same way or risk getting fired. Maybe someone who works at Walmart currently can let me know down below if this is still a rule or if it was ever a rule in your Walmart. I'm genuinely curious if this was something my store just made up or what the deal was. I can't see this being a worldwide thing. EM. You can't say a word in your native language because it sounds offensive. Cast. I mention race because this is crucial to the story. Me, boy 1, Hispanic, boy 2, white, and entitled mom, black. Anyway, one day I'm in line to get some food, and there are these 2 teenage boys in front of me, B1 and B2, and a woman who appears to be in her 20s behind me, EM. B1 and B2 are chatting, and it appears they have just come from meeting B1's family. I guess it was a little difficult for B2 to understand everything, because B1's family was speaking a mixture of Spanish and English. B1 is explaining who's who in his family to B2. Wait, so who's Miguera? Oh, that's a nickname we have for my uncle. It means migrant. But it also can mean border patrol. My uncle is the only person in our family who is not supposed to be here, like legally. So we tease him about it. Also, it's pronounced migra. So it's pronounced migra? EM, out of nowhere. Did I just hear you say the N-word? Oh no, I said migra. Well, it sounds like the N-word. Well, it's not. It's a Spanish word. This is the problem. You white boys think you can get away with saying the N-word just because you say it slightly different. I don't care if it's the Spanish word, it's still very offensive. I can't believe my children live in a world where white boys can call them such hateful terms. The word means migrant. It's a nickname. It has nothing to do with the N-word. I don't care what it means. Imagine if my son were here and he was hearing it's okay for people to say the N-word just because it's part of their language. B1, visibly confused. Sorry? EM rolls eyes and storms off. Teal Deer, Hispanic boy says Spanish word that sounds like the N-word, black EM gets triggered. Oh my god, I hate racist people going out and speaking Spanish. We should deport them all. What if my son heard them speaking Spanish words that sounded bad? Okay guys and gals, that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I have a story video that should be out tomorrow, where I just tell a story from my personal life of an entitled parent I encountered. So keep an eye out for that. It's good to be back.